Hey, what's up? This is Dr. Kai Dupuy, Coding While Black, episode 39. Today is July 10th, 2020. I'm hanging out with my family out here at Gold Creek Pond, about 45 minutes from my house in the state of Washington. And we're just enjoying the afternoon out here, and I decided to take this opportunity to shoot a quick video and share with you guys something that was on my mind. As I said in the last episode, I'm home now. I'm not traveling as much. I have not been posting anything since the pandemic started, and so now I'm back, and I have a lot to talk about. A lot of topics have come up, a lot of conversations in the media and what have you that I want to give my thoughts on. So what I want to talk about today is a little bit away from tech and a little bit away from the idea of coding while black, although much related to those topics. Oh, before I get started, I got to make sure to give my son, John Kai, who is shooting this video, who has been bugging me for weeks now, to give him credit as the videographer for some of these videos that he shot. So let's get back to the topic. Mindfulness. You may have heard this term. It's become very popular in the last 5 years. You may hear the term mindfulness, you may hear the term mindfulness meditation, really big right now in leadership circles, really big right now, even coming up in business, right? You can't pick up an article from Harvard Business Review or many of the Fast Company, Success Magazine. Many of them are talking about how companies are embracing mindfulness. And mindfulness is something that I've been involved in for over a decade. I've been meditating for over a decade. Let me tell you, this is something you want to pay attention to. This idea of being able to focus your thoughts, this idea of being able to focus and ignore distractions and let your internal being bring answers to you. I didn't know what this was 20 years ago when I first started as a software developer, but I can remember times where I would work all day and struggle to try to solve a particular problem. What's wrong with this piece of code? Why am I having this issue with this loop? And I would go outside and sit under a tree for a while, not think about the problem anymore. All of a sudden, I would have the answer pop into my head. Or I would go to sleep at night, right? Wake up in the middle of the night with the solution. Turn over, write it down on my notepad, go back to sleep, go into work the next day, solve the problem. So now that science has embraced meditation and science is embracing mindfulness, you're seeing studies all over the place telling us of all the many benefits of mindfulness and all the many benefits of meditation. And so I don't want you guys to sleep on this. So if you can find you a book on mindfulness, if you can find you a book on meditation, and articles, videos, take a minute and read up on those. The one that I'm going to post, I'll get you started. There's an article I'm going to post from hbr.org, the Harvard Business Review, and they're talking about benefits of mindfulness specifically for engineers. And one of the results that come out of that article is a study where they said that it suggests that 15 minutes of mindfulness a day has improved an engineer's ability to come up with original ideas. 15 minutes of mindfulness a day has improved an engineer's ability to come up with original ideas. Imagine, as you guys well know, how important the quality and the originality is of your ideas when you are developing software. Okay? Again, I've been studying mindfulness, been a mindfulness practitioner for over 20 years. I'm embarking on a journey this year to become a mindfulness teacher with Tara Brock and Jack Cornfield. So I'm serious about mine. I don't usually bring up these kinds of topics on this channel, but since I now see that the conversation is starting, right? Google's been doing this for years, right? They've had, I forget the name of their program, Search Inside Yourself, as part of their training for engineers at Google. I've spoken about this in some of the many keynotes that I've given at STEM conferences and workshops and things of that nature. So get mindfulness in your game, get mindfulness in your bag. Some of the guys that have contacted me a few months ago when I posted about starting my mentorship program, a couple of guys actually contacted me, a couple of you young brothers contacted me, and we've started that process. And the first thing I put them on was meditation and mindfulness. Okay, so that's the conversation for the day. That's the point I want to make this afternoon. Add mindfulness to your game. 15-minute practice. I do 2 20-minute sessions per day, And anytime I can fit in more in my schedule, I do. You definitely want to get this in your game. And if you want to hit me up, again, I'm going to put the article to get you started in the link in the article in the description for this video. And if you want more, let me know. I have plenty. All right. So that's today's tip. Mindfulness. Once again, this is Dr. Kai Dupuy, episode 38, Coding While Black. Peace.